it's become very apparent to me that not many people, not all of us, but not many people look up anymore. Now, I had this thought because of a tennis lesson I was teaching just a couple days ago, and I started thinking about it, and then I kind of went even further with it in my head, and here we are. So I was teaching a lesson, and I was with a friend of mine and his son, and my wife was doing a clinic, so there was a lot of people out there, and I was just feeding a ball, and I look up a lot. I look up at the sky. It's beautiful up there. The trees and the birds. There's a lot of birds, a lot of family up there, a lot of bird family. So I was looking up, and I caught an eagle out of the corner of my eyes. Beautiful eagle, just sailing in the wind. It's like a light, just gliding, beautiful. And I'm looking up, and I totally lost track that I'm like hitting tennis balls at a pretty high level in this one, so it's pretty intense. But I caught myself looking up. And I looked at this thing fly all the way across the sky. I was amazed, right? Seen it before, but how can you not look? And I looked down, and the only other person that was looking up out of maybe 30 people was this young man's father. Anyway, so why is it that we don't look up? Now, I'm going to go into a conspiracy theory for a moment. Everybody's going and not conspiracy theory. I mean, truth, I think it's truth. Conspiracy to some others. But let's look at the cell phone and the posture of our kids. They're always down. They go to school now, and they don't look up at a teacher teaching or a professor giving lectures. They're looking at their laptop. So posture. Everybody just always has their heads down, running kind of a rat race. Like, look up. There's things up there. I mean, gee whiz, there could be an alien invasion, and you wouldn't even see it. I'm kidding. I don't know, though. That 3-eye atlas thing's pretty peculiar. Anyway, at nighttime, a beautiful moon can be out. Like last night, I was closing up the club and cleaning up, turning the lights off. And I ended up walking out in the woods with 2 little boys that they were kind of scared of the dark. I was like, come on, we're going to go in the woods. So we walked back in the woods, and I kind of stood in the woods, and there was a clearing in the woods. And I was like, look at that moon, And they get all kind of like, anyway, I'm just like, what came into my head was like Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. I was like thinking Pink Floyd. Anyway, nowadays, though, everybody's looking down, and kids are looking down with bad posture, and they're having frowns on their face, Whatever happened to the days where even you would go to etiquette class, and they would be like, even if you're acting in a bad mood, at least don't walk around smiling, looking naive, but, put a little bit of, so plus your chin will droop when you get older, and don't walk with your shoulders down, walk with your shoulders up. If you look up, that forces you to stand up. And what happened to standing tall through adversity? Like, we have this, I won't get personal, but we have this thing where it's adversity. But do you think we got 5 kids? You think we're gonna like pout? So sometimes I feel like we must look up.